Because we are come out of the divine nature, which chooses to be divine, we must choose to be divine, to be of God, to be one with God, loving and living as he loves and lives, and so be partakers of the divine nature, or we perish. Man cannot originate this life. It must be shown him, and he must choose it. God is the Father of Jesus and of us, of every possibility of our being. But while God is the Father of his children, Jesus is the Father of their sonship. For in him is made the life which is sonship to the Father, the recognition, namely, in fact and life, that the Father has his claim upon his sons and daughters. We are not and cannot become true sons without our will willing his will, our doing following his making. It was the will of Jesus to be the thing God willed and meant him that made him the true Son of God. He was not the Son of God because he could not help it, but because he willed to be in himself the Son that he was in the divine idea. So with us, we must be the sons we are. We are not made to be what we cannot help being. Sons and daughters are not after such fashion. We are sons and daughters in God's claim. We must be sons and daughters in our will. And we can be sons and daughters, saved into the original necessity and bliss of our being, only by choosing God for the Father he is, and doing his will, yielding ourselves true sons to the absolute Father. Therein lies human bliss, only and essential. The working out of this our salvation must be pain, and the handing of it down to them who are below must ever be in pain. But the eternal form of the will of God in and for us is intensity of bliss. And the life was the light of men. The life of which I have now spoken became light to men in the appearing of him in whom it came into being. The life became light that men might see it, and themselves live by choosing that life also, by choosing so to live, such to be. There is always something deeper than anything said, a something of which all human, all divine words, figures, pictures, motion forms, are but the outer laminar spheres through which the central reality shines more or less plainly. Light itself is but the poor outside form of a deeper, better thing, namely, life. The life is Christ. The light too is Christ, but only the body of Christ. The life is Christ himself. The light is what we see and shall see in him. The life is what we may be in him. The life is a light by abundant clarity invisible. It is the unspeakable unknown. It must become light, such as men can see, before men can know it. Therefore the obedient human God appeared as the obedient divine man, doing the works of his Father, the things, that is, which his Father did, doing them humbly before unfriendly brethren. The Son of the Father must take his own form in the substance of flesh, that he may be seen of men, and so become the light of men. Not that men may have light, but that men may have life. That, seeing what they could not originate, they may, through the life that is in them, begin to hunger after the life of which they are capable, and which is essential to their being. That the life in them may long for him who is their life, and thirst for its own perfection, even as root and stem may thirst for the flower for whose sake and through whose presence in them they exist. That the child of God may become the Son of God by beholding the Son, the life revealed in light. That the radiant heart of the Son of God may be the sunlight to his fellows. That the idea may be drawn out by the presence and drawing of the ideal. That ideal, the perfect Son of the Father, was sent to his brethren.